All right. First and foremost, to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. Peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for the love of the gospel. It's the brother Gabaria from the Indiana camp, coming at you again with another sit down. I'm going to entitle this video, Now is Not the Time to Get Weak. All right. And, after watching various other brothers' videos, and just, seeing the things that's going around in the world, and we're not even out of the first month of this world, and this is the reason why the Lord is putting, the spirit of his men to go hard and for his men to not get weak, is because this year is a lot. A lot of brothers has been speaking through the spirit and seeing through the spirit and being prudent and basically seeing that, hey, listen, this year is not going to be a laughing, joking, and festivitable year. I made that word up. I don't even know if festivitable is a word, but festival year, man. When you partying, drinking, having fun, this year, the way 2025, it came in, not pleasant, The DJ Trump just got inaugurated in. He's been turning things up. He's been making lives uncomfortable. And this is just right now after listening to my elders of the camp. Listening to certain brothers' testimonies, listening to certain things. That's been after watching certain brothers' videos and seeing what type of spirit you see, the Lord is ramping up. The Lord is basically building brothers' faith and building his brothers' endurance. Because what we got to go through, man, it's not going to be a light, easy thing, man. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. Some brothers, and in fact, I even say a majority of these so-called Israelites or people who call themselves men of the Lord, man, hey, they're going to be tested. All right? Everybody's going to be tested. We all going to be tested. And we are really going to be, it's really going to come down to see, do we truly believe in what we believe in, man? Yeah, you can sit here and walk and say, I love the Lord and this and that, But hey, Peter, Peter, what did he do, man? He denied the Lord 3 times, and Peter was the top guy. He was the top guy. And when it came down to it, what? Peter denied the Lord 3 times, man. But, the Lord did forgive him, and the Lord did prophesy and say, hey, listen, this is what's going to happen, But that was an example for us to look back like, man, so we don't know how we going to maneuver in that, man. All we can do is pray and ask the Lord to keep his spirit upon us, man, and keep us in that day. So you sitting here boasting about your own strength. Oh, I can do this, man, and I'm strong, and I'll never give up on the Lord, and this and that. I won't take the chip, and hey, listen, you can get in that situation, and guess what? You can completely fold, man, like paper. That's why the scripture says, Lord willing. All right, let me grab that right quick. It's in the book of James. Is it James or is it Peter? It's not willing, it's will. You say Lord's will. Here it is. This is James chapter 4, verse 15. It says, for that ye ought to say, in fact, let me get more context. This is James chapter 4, verse 13. It says, go to now, ye that say tomorrow, it's like today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Thereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? Is it even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanish away? For then ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. See? So we are always to say the Lord will, or in the Hebrew, Adawan Aratazat. All right? We are to say the Lord's will, man. If the Lord, if it be in his will. And you know what that's also showing, man? That's also showing humility and which word humble comes from humility. But it's showing humility and it's showing patience, Now, one thing that I like from the new Planet of the Apes, the one that came out in 2000 and 2009, I believe. When did that movie come out? 2010, 2000 and the one with fuck, man, the newest Planet of the Apes. Not the Rise or the Kingdom or it was the Planet of the Apes. That's the new revamp adaptation from the one back in the day. But anyways, if you look in that movie, the so-called main, Caesar, the so-called main, character, so to speak, he had in order to ask for permission in order to ask, to do something, he would extend his hand out to you, and that's basically him asking for permission. And then, whoever he's asking for permission to, they'll swipe his hand if they grant it, or they won't touch it if it's no. But the thing about that is that I like is because he asked for permission for everything that he did. Every little thing that he did, he made sure he asked permission to do it. And when you say Lord will, that's like that permission, You say, hey, brother, I'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing. If it's in the Lord's will, then I will see you tomorrow. Lord willing, I'll see you at camp tomorrow. Because anything can happen. That might not be in the Lord's plan. The Lord might grant certain things that you request, but then again, he might deny. You'd be like, man, that's why if you ever going through, really, to be honest, Lord willing should be a daily prayer you send up to the Lord daily, I mean, especially amongst brothers. I say, Lord willing, I try to say Lord willing to every little thing I do, and I'm not going to say it to like a boss or whatever, but in my mind, I'm like, I say, all right, man, I see you guys later. And they was, oh, man, we see you tomorrow. And I probably walk away and say, Lord willing, Lord will, I wake up tomorrow, A common prayer I've been saying right now for the past month is, basically, Yahweh Sathar, which basically means, Lord protect, basically protect me, for the rest of this day, and watch over me, but saying Lord will, it should be a daily reminder just to show us that, hey man, Lord, we're to your mercy. All right. The things that's coming to this place, man, we don't have the strength to fight it against ourselves, man. We don't have this dragon, this man coming down with great wrath, man. We don't have the capability of fighting against him. It's going to be the Lord who keeps us in that day. It's going to be the Lord who watches over us. But just because the Lord is watching over us doesn't mean we need to get weak and start folding and start making excuses. Us seeing these things that's coming to pass should build our strength, should build our faith even more. And best believe I'm talking to myself before I'm talking to anybody else. It should put a fire in us, for us to push harder, for us to go harder, send up more prayers, anoint each other daily, talk to one another daily, be in each other's company. I'm not saying call every single brother that's in your camp every single day. Make sure, hey, that's what the group is for. Make sure you're active in the group. I'm pretty sure brothers have group chats that, that brothers communicate with. Make sure you're active in there. Make sure you know what's going on in there. If a brother posts a video, if a brother make a voice message or something, make sure you're in there listening to it. Staying active, staying circumspect. The word circumspect, so the word circle, which means, circle, which means make sure you're covering all angles. And the word spec goes into looks or viewing with your eyes. All right. That's why they call glasses what? Spectacles. The word spect is to look around. And if you're looking in a circle, that means you're looking, what's happening in your whereabouts. You know what's going on. Ain't nothing really going to take you by surprise. If somebody come up behind you, you can hear them. You can technically, you can actually sense them. It's certain, I don't know if certain brothers ever feel this, but if somebody's behind you, it's like you can feel a presence behind you. I've had that numerous times happen. Somebody gets behind me or something, you just feel something like, man, you look back and somebody, a little closer than what they're like, damn, you kind of can feel a person behind you, man. So brothers need to be, we need to be more circumspect. Make sure we know what's going on. Make sure we know what laws are being passed. And I'm not saying you're gonna know every little thing, but that's where the brotherhood comes in. Because guess what? Where you might slip up or lose traction, another brother because, oh yeah, man, I was looking at this video, man. He'd be like, oh damn, yeah, that's good. I was looking at that earlier. I just got sidetracked. That movie 300 gets into brotherhood a lot, all right? Because he What did Leonidas say? He was telling Euphrates, the humpback nigga, his shield. He wanted him to put his shield up, but he couldn't. And he said the shield is not to protect you, but to protect the man to your side from thigh to neck. So your shield isn't protecting you. You're using that shield to protect the next man. You know, so that basically goes into, you know, we're protecting one another. We have each other's backs. We might not be on how can I say perfectly well balanced as we want to, but then that's when brothers come in and fill the gaps. You know, as one unit, as a body, we're perfect. You know, yeah, we have our fuck ups, we have our our missteps and things that we got going through life for everything. But then you have brothers there to get on you, brother. You need to do better. What's up with you? What's going on? You know, remain focused. Stop fucking off. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. You know, then you might have brothers getting on you. Guess what? That's them really looking out for you. They see you slipping. They ain't just gonna let you fall, because if they let you fall, then guess what? That's not a real brother. A friend, a person who let you fall and laugh at you and point at you when you down, that's not a real brother. A brother gonna catch you. But sometimes he might catch you by the hair. He might catch you by the collar. You know, he might catch you by the belt. But the point is, he's reaching out to catch you, you know? And then he's going to pull you back in, man. And that's really the Lord. And really, to be honest, that's really the Lord speaking to that brother to get you, man. You know? To make sure you remain in focus, man. Let me grab this right quick. It's like, I know I'm rambling along, you know. I wasn't expecting to talk this much, but I'm just trying to let the Spirit flow. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It's because thou hast kept the word of my patience. I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So it's not going to be of our own volition, our own power, that we delivered ourselves. Matter of fact, the Lord worked in small numbers because of that, to really to completely how am I trying to say? It's like I lost my train of thought. The Lord kept back in the ancient world, when we used to fight in wars, the Lord worked in small numbers to basically to prove that he was with them. Because if they was in big numbers, guess what? They would boast of their own strength. See, we delivered ourselves. We had 10,000 men strong. See, we delivered ourselves. They only had 5,000. We had 10,000. See? But guess what? The Lord said what? 1 shall chase away 100, and 10 shall chase away 1,000. You know? Just to show you what the Lord can be with that man, and the Lord can endow that man to have the skills and capability to overcome. When all odds are stacked against them, the Lord is going to have men to overcome those odds, to overcome that tribulation. Through what? Not their own power, but through him. And it's happened time and time again in the scriptures, man. You see certain men defying the laws of physics because the Lord didn't sanction it that way. Certain men had certain things done to them, but they didn't perish because the Lord didn't sanction it. What did Yahushua say when he was on the scene? Yahushua said, they have not, in so many words, butchering it, but he said what? They have not captured me because it is not yet my time. They were trying to capture the Lord. And guess what? Every time they came, he wasn't there because it wasn't his time yet. And then the scripture says what? I have it's be some men that stand before us that shall not taste death. So there's going to be some men that, guess what? They're not even going to know what death tastes like. Some men will. But even though those men get put to death, guess what? They're still going to be part of the fold, part of the elect. See? So it's not of our own strength that's going to get us through these times. It's going to be what? The strength of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. That's what's going to get us through. That's where our strength resides, man. That's where our shield is at. In that name. In that name alone. All right? Let me get a few scriptures. This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth to it and is safe. See? So guess what? The righteous are going to run to that name and they're going to be saved through what? The power and strength of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. All right. This is Psalms chapter 20, verse 7. It says, some trust in chariots and some in horse, but we will remember the name of the Lord. See, that's where our strength, man. Like I've been saying, man, that's where our strength resides. And that's where our trust is going to be in, man. When we're out here, the Lord is actually making a situation. I remember hearing Elder Yashawamba, the beloved Elder Yashawamba from Dallas, say this. He said, the Lord is making a situation that where the elect is going to do nothing but solely trust on him. The world is going to be so messed up, so chaotic, where the only option is to trust on the Lord. That's the only option. That everything that you're going to be granted, you're going to know is going to come from the Lord. You're not going to be able to, well, I got this on myself. I worked hard. I got the money. I got it up. No, the Lord sent you that, man. One time, this is a testimony I love bringing up. Me and the brother Kaya was helping me with a job that I asked him to do, where a task I asked him to do for me. And we were in an abandoned building, and the abandoned building went through a fire, and it was I'm talking about scorching hot in that building. Now, of course, the fire was already put out and everything, but it was extremely hot in that building. I'm talking about where me and the brother literally had sweat dripping off of our brow. Like extremely hot, where the brother was like, man, bro, we gotta go. See, we gotta step outside, bro. I'm thirsty. I'm dehydrated. Like I'm getting, like I'm hot, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I feel it too, bro. I'm like, my back is soaked, my chest is soaked. I never sweat this much in my life. And as we was moving, the brother, I don't know if it was the brother or me, but we spotted some cases of water, freshly cases of water, haven't been opened. They had dust on it. But the freshly cases of water, bro. And I ripped it open. I'm like, bro, this fresh bottled water. And he was like, bro, throw me 2 of them. I throw the brother 2, and I got 2, and bro, we sitting there slam them. And and that's just like, damn, bro, this is how it's gonna be, and this is how it's gonna be in that time, bro. In the time of Jacob's trouble, bro, this is exactly how it's gonna be. We might run into a building, thirsty, hungry, and a case of water just sitting here for us, Now that was purely the Lord, bro, because I didn't have nothing in my car. We didn't have nothing. It would have took us a minute to drive by the gas station because we was thirsty, man. And it was a fresh case of water right there sitting. We tore them open. We threw 2 back. And the first thing we acknowledged, bro, is we was like, man, this is how it's gonna be in the time, man. The Lord gonna have something set up for you, waiting for you, and then He's gonna have an angel, lead you to that house. So this is 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 45. It says, then David to the Philistine. It's like it. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. See? So it's like it. So King David right here, before he was King David, he said to the Philistine, what the Philistines call is Goliath, right before he killed them, King David said, he said, listen, you come to me with sword, with a spear, with a shield, but I come to you unarmed, just with the name of the Lord. And I ain't got to tell you who came triumphant in that battle, but that just shows you how much more powerful is the name of the Lord, man. How much more how much more the Lord has his men's back. As long as you worship in sincerity and in truth, the Lord is gonna have your back, man. And we gotta recognize that's where our strength lies in. That's where our strength comes from. Not of our own volition, not because we're just that great and the Lord chose us or whatever. No, it comes because what? The Lord has our back, because the Lord didn't sanction it. And even if he did sanction for you to perish, you're still not perishing. As far as like the 2/3 is perishing, you might perish in the flesh, But the Lord is going to raise up your spirit. And he might raise up your spirit and put you back in that same body. Or no, Slacky, not put you back in the same body. Give you an even better body. Then what they gonna do? Because they can't harm that body. The body that the Lord is gonna give you, these devils aren't gonna be able to harm it. They're not gonna be able to hold a candle to it. All right. That's all I had, man. Like I said, man, you know, the times that we get in, man, it's getting real hard. But we gotta remember where our strength resides. It doesn't reside in our own on these feeble bodies. It doesn't, you know, reside how much you bench press, how fast you can run, or what you can do in these physical bodies. Not saying brothers to just be lazy and just do eat whatever the fuck, whatever. But all I'm saying is you don't trust in that. You don't trust of your own strength, your big muscles, or I can squat 700 pounds and I can run a mile within 5 seconds. We don't boast in those things. Those things are good to do, you know. Having a healthy diet, having a healthy body, those things are very good. Don't take it like I'm speaking down upon those, but that's not where our ultimate strength resides, man. Our ultimate strength resides in the Lord, in the name. All right. That's where it relies. That's where it resides in. All right. So without further ado, Lord willing, hope this video was edifying. Until next time, shalom.